We're back.
We're back.
Finally. Right, it's been a while since we've done one of these, but we thought we'd do a Christmas special.
Yep.
So first of all, the big news we've got to cover. I've missed this top off the Christmas tree. That's not the big news. Michael Clegg returned to the club, and did you ever think that would happen?
Well, not with the trajectory. We're going in like from Ashton United when, he suffered a bit of a setback when Rylands, he got them in the playoffs, didn't he?
Incredible job he did.
He got them in the playoffs at Rylands, and then he got an offer he couldn't refuse at Macclesfield, and I don't know how many games it were, but I think he only lost one or two towards the back end of the season. They got to the semi-final of the FA Trophy. Granted, it wasn't all down to him. They'd got some good league results and they'd got some good trophy results, but he got them together, and they were 90 minutes away from getting to the Conference North. So,
incredible.
It were incredible, And then what happened over pre-season, everybody were gobsmacked. I don't know if we were or not, but us who weren't in the know were gobsmacked, and and then it happened, didn't it? And it happened, and we're he were here 10 years ago when he got us on the run from the North West Counties second division, and he got us up them 3 divisions in 5 years. And as far as I'm concerned, you had your Salford Cities going through, at the same time, but I know it were a different level. But what he did for Little Atherton Collieries in them 5 seasons to get up 3 divisions, when he took over, our goal was to get back into the
that's the
top division of the North West Counties. Never mind the Evo stick as it was, the pitching in now, and it was just unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just an amazing journey to be on, and that's what filled me with excitement when I got word that Michael was coming back, because there's going to be good times ahead.
Well, they're going to be good. We've had some good times.
We've had some good times.
Already. We'll go into some of these games where we're going on. We're under no illusions. He's certainly under illusions.
In the short term.
We've just got to. Let's not just say, let's not play it down. Consolidate Northern Premier League status. Well, basically, that's what we're doing, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the first and foremost. We have to do that, and then push on from there. Maybe not quite gone as well as we would have hoped. Lost a few games, but that's just, as I say, in the short term. But looking forward to it, this season, next season, the seasons beyond. There's going to be cup runs. There's going to be, promotion chases, because Michael's not come here to consolidate. You know how driven he is.
Oh,
you know how driven he is.
100%. Yeah, and again, I get back to where under no illusions, what's going on. Three games ago, we've lost our last 3 games, but we beat second in the league Vauxhall Motors, and if you think about it, we're only 3 or 4 points off the playoffs. That's what this league still is. I would say at the moment we're perhaps. We don't even want to talk about the playoffs, you put a good run together, and this squad's likely to do it. We could be in the playoffs.
I don't want to pick out players. A lot of players left. A lot of players come in. Some very familiar players, but the jaw-dropping one for me was Keelan Adams. I knew from the moment that happened. I know that Keelan walks into any team in this league, and he's shown that, hasn't he? The quality of his movement and his finishing. I think with Keelan, we're okay.
Yeah, he's got 5 goals. I didn't think he scored in his first couple, but he's got it going, and he's scored 5 goals in 4 different games. And I think our problem was over the last couple of seasons, and like this season as well, is scoring goals, isn't it? It's scoring goals.
I counter that with last season we scored a fair few. The problems was conceding, especially conceding late or conceding when you're in a position to take something out of the game.
Oh yeah, last season were difficult, and I still say Chad did a wonderful job in doing what he had to do that season. But without having the statistics in front of me, and somebody might be telling us different, if we'd have played 40 minutes for first half and 40 minutes for second half, we might still finish in the bottom four, but we certainly want to finish bottom, and that was it. That was the difficult part. And
I think we're keen now to not talk about the previous management or whatever, but what I will say is a lot of those players from last season that me and Zach especially spent a lot of time promoting, a lot of those players are still playing the trade in the league above, if not Harvey Gregson in the Conference North. There was some absolute top quality players there, and we never saw, I think, enough.
Well, no, I disagree sometimes. I think we saw enough, but they were young. They were young lads, and like 12 months further down in the development.
Yes, you're right.
They're doing it. They're doing it week in, week out. I mean, Harvey Gregson. I mean, he went 3 months into the season, but there's others. I mean, there's Jordan at Hyde.
And Lewis,
and there's four or five at Lancaster.
Yeah, there is.
There's 4 or 5 at Lancaster,
and they're doing really well.
Yeah, and then there's a couple at Widnes in our league. So I mean, it was.
Widnes is an interesting one, isn't it? Because the players that Widnes have got, are they any better than us on paper? Would you say, Ben Rydell, would he make a difference, a massive impact to this team?
We don't know. I mean, it's just the Widnes at the moment.
They've got the points on the board.
And one of the star players is one of our old players as well.
Niall
Battersby. He's really developed.
Yeah. Niall showed so much promise, and he's a young kid. I'm really glad that he's
100%.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing Niall. I've not seen him for a while. I've not seen him since we played at Rylands pre-season. I think he might have left soon after that.
Yeah, but when we played here, he's like really developed. He's developed into his body as well,
I missed that
game. He was outstanding in their defence, and like you said, I'm really happy for him.
Yeah,
and he seems to be enjoying his football.
Yeah, that's kind of all it's about, isn't it? So, since Michael returned, we did win a few games, didn't we? We were talking before. There's been some really high moments, hasn't there? The win against Mosley, the last minute winner. Caelan Gallagher's header, 95th minute, was it?
Well, we'll take it 94th, 95th. But again, we'd not scored. We'd not scored for a long time, and we were just after getting that first win. In the first few games, he come back in. I mean, I know we scored in the trophy, and we scored in the Lancs Cup. We were looking for that league goal, weren't we? And it happened in 95th minute. Some good corner come in, and it was a great header. And
is the Mosley manager still fishy?
Yeah.
He spoke really highly of us. He wasn't. He was obviously disappointed to lose, disappointed with the performance, but he spoke highly of our team, and I took a lot from that. But we've since lost to them, but they're doing really well, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, that game as well. I mean, we can talk about that game. I mean, it was a game of 2 halves because of it stormed Darragh.
Yeah,
it stormed Darragh at England, hadn't it?
God, yeah.
But fair credit to Mosley, they thought this game was going on all the time. We thought we were going to go up there about half two, and. One of them referee takes a look at it and calls it off. But no, they got the game on. We kicked with the wind in the first half and didn't really test the goalkeeper enough. And then conditions got worse in second half, and added to the wind was a bit of like rain, and it was swirling around. And
it does remind me of the last time we played there, when I think we won 2-0 in similar conditions.
Yeah, season we went up.
Yeah.
And I think that by the end of it, we're 2-0, and by common consent, we deserved it. Yeah, but like you're right, they're on the cusp of the playoffs anyway.
But a lot of teams aren't they? A lot of teams are looking at that. We went to Chasetown and lost there, and they're up there again. Hensford have climbed up there. I've sort of lost track of who's in prime position to go up.
Well, I mean, Widnes the top of the league, haven't we? Widnes, and then Vauxhall Motors,
Yeah.
But like Ednesford,
They were the pre-season favourites, weren't they? Heavily so.
and I really think they'll get into playoffs. I mean, when we went there, I mean, it was a back to wall, one a typical Cleggy type.
We
victory.
frustrated them because you could hear the crowd how frustrated they were. We hit them on the break, and that Alfie Belcher run. You know, he deserves something for that run, for bursting into the box. And yeah, the scenes of them running down the touchline remind me of Jose Mourinho from Porto at Old Trafford.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it was funny that day because remember we'd had Bobby Bjork sent off. 10 minutes into second half for a booking. I mean, you think they were there. I think they were primed for Gainsborough week after in first round of FA Cup. They were primed, yes. So, I mean, like, there were a bit of buzz around the place, you know, and it's the most beautiful stadium like you've ever seen.
Incredible place.
I've not ever seen, but for our level, I mean, what a setup. And what a piece. I mean, we were hanging on, but we weren't really hanging on. We even though we weren't attacking much, we thwarted them, and then we had that break in 92nd, 93rd minute, and it was a great finish from Alpha.
Yeah, composed. And he did it again, didn't he, at City of Liverpool. I turned up for City of Liverpool 15 minutes late after going to Widnes Rugby Union ground, which looked nothing like the rugby league stadium.
These things happen, but yeah, I mean...
They do to me. We were 2-0 up when I got there, and then we went 3-0 up, and you think this game's over, surely.
Well, I mean, 3-0 up at half-time, it should have been cut-ins. We missed a chance just after half-time, it would have been 4-0, and they didn't look like they're anywhere back, and...
I heard, and it might have been Paul Rooney. Something like he'd shout was stay in the game. You know, to them, stay in the game and nick one. And when they did.
And you saw it when they nicked one.
Yeah.
It was 3-1, and then they nicked another, and they visibly rose to the occasion.
Tails were up.
We went into our shell, and then when it was 3 apiece, I mean, like the fans who would have been like totally and utterly anonymous during the game started singing the club anthem, you know, and it was like not really a dry eye in the house type thing for the own team. And by the time we were still singing that, we pulled the ball through, and I can't remember who sent the cross. Was it Matty Bryan?
So I was setting my cameras up at half time, and this is really strange that Matty Bryan and Alfie Belcher were just taking pot shots, and Matty Bryan put that ball across, and it was a fantastic. Alfie just arrived perfectly and slotted it away, but it felt like at half time they'd just been getting the bearings of, you know, where the goals are in relation to the stand and whatever. You know, you've got a split second, haven't you? And he just slotted it away, and we caught that on camera. So I've got away with the fact that I've completely missed 3 goals.
Yeah, but what a great finish. But I mean, the term we've used over the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, it was a Colsey performance. Colsey. We can never relax on the terraces. You know, it's just. But hey, that was. We showed some minerals for.
Yeah, we did.
Do that, and if we hadn't made it 4-3, the would have only one team looked likely to win it, and that would have been tough on us. But hey, that's football, isn't it?
Yeah, we take that. Another interesting game was the Trafford away game in the league, because we'd lost there. Was it the trophy or the cup we lost there in?
Well, I think it was a trophy. I mean, just looking at it now with some facts and figures. Yeah, Trafford. I mean, we'd played Trafford, so it was the 3rd game into Clegg's second spell. We'd not played in league then. And, I mean, they were doing quite well in the league, and they were a little bit more organised. And even though I didn't think there was much between the teams,
a little bit of quality in the finishing.
Oh, maybe quality in the finishing, but they'd played together for at least 12 months, and 3-1.
It was interesting because Michael did say that because we were meant to be playing there the week after, weren't we? In the league, and winning the trophy meant that either one of us was going to be playing in the trophy the week after. So that got postponed. And he was looking forward to just coaching them a little bit more and let's see where we're at when we come back, when we've had time on the training pitch with these players, with this group. And the performance, I thought we dominated that game. I really did. And I didn't think, even though it was 1-0, Keelan slotted the ball away. Such a good goal, such a good finish. I didn't think at any point we looked, even though Laugh got sent off late as well, didn't he?
Well, I mean, I thought that was a little bit churlish, but I'm not going to say anything else about it. I thought it was very churlish because, well, I'm not saying anything else, but I mean, they're 1-0, but I mean, Torbert had a great chance, hadn't he? About 5 minutes ago.
He's at the underside of the bar.
And then you think, Colsey, what's going to happen? They won't go up, but the other end and maybe snatch a point. But no, I thought it was one of the best performance of the season, and it was just nice to keep a clean sheet. And I think, I bet we've not beat Trafford in a league game since the season they won the North West Counties and went up to the Northern Premier League.
Because it's a good place to go. It's a friendly club.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. I've got a lot of time for them. A lot of players, of course, have played for both clubs as well. Tom was there, wasn't he? Lambo played there. And then the Vauxhall Motors game at home was another Colsey performance, can we call it that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we went 1-0 up, didn't we?
Yeah.
We went 1-0 up.
Straight back,
Yeah, and then straight back, they're 2-1. 2-1 to them, so you think, here we go. I mean, but you've got to say fair play to them because I think they were either top or second.
I thought
at the
they
time.
were decent.
Yeah, of course they were. They were top or second, so they must have fancied it. They must have fancied coming on a Friday night.
Yeah.
And it were 2-1, and then we had a great spell in the second half where we scored 2 goals in 5 minutes, didn't we? Matty Bryan scored the winner with.
Aaron Dwyer scored.
A good player.
Isn't he? Scored the second. I'm not quite sure if he did score it. I'm sure he'll claim it. But just the desire, the ball's coming in to the defenders clearing it on the line, and just the desire to get in there, and just impacts slightly, and the ball can go anywhere. It's got 150 degrees to go into the net, hasn't it? Just fantastic work rate and. Topped off, he'd scored the week before, hadn't he, against Withenshaw Town.
Yeah.
That where he's sent the defender for as well.
Yeah.
So he's another player who's impressed.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't know. I mean I don't think Cleggy really knew. I think it was through Laugh's contact.
Right.
Okay.
So
I mean he's coming to it. And I think he scored 4 goals and definitely more to come from him.
Yeah.
But he has been impressive.
Yeah. And that's kind of the difference, isn't it? That what we're seeing this season is players who are ready for it already, not waiting for it a year down the line. The players have come in and they've been able to deliver straight away.
Yeah, I mean, let's say, I mean, it's a division down. I understand that, but I mean, listen, they weren't going to come in without players, were they? And that's what they've done, and they've used the contact well. And
as you say, Laugh's been playing, but he was at Staley Bridge at the start of the season, wasn't he? Tom was at Withenshaw Town, so they've been playing the trade in this league, and they've come in. And now as the management team, coaching team, like you say, been able to use the knowledge of the league and brought in players from those
experience. It's experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, again, a lot of teams are much of a muchness, really.
And
again,
they are.
Any team can beat any team on the day, can't they?
Of course.
And
teams have changed. Like we played Congleton early season. And they nicked it, didn't they? I was really impressed with them. I was surprised because we hadn't played them for a while, and the last time we played them, we battered them. And you're going into these games expecting the same, aren't you? And they're just a different proposition. Some of the teams.
I think looking at Congleton, they win a lot of games late on as well, don't they?
Yeah.
So. They've got something going for them, haven't they? And I think they won their league last year. I think the Midlands League, weren't it? Yeah. So I mean, I never thought we'd go in. Another team I never thought we'd go in Northern Premier League before, Congleton. I mean, because I think they've been there before,
Right.
and they were gagging for get back. And I think they're in play. I think they're in top 3,
Yeah,
4, 5,
yeah.
6. But
So-
well, that game, I thought we were going to win.
Yeah,
We're winning
I
3-2. I were at
yeah.
the bottom end. I'd just been for a ball, but you could tell we were playing downhill even. So I think we just sat back a little bit, and then a corner come across for. It was a scruffy goal for make it 3 apiece, wasn't it? And then
Yeah.
they did us with it. I mean, it was a good finish at 4-3, but I think we'd done it to somebody else week before. So, I mean,
Swings and
these
roundabouts,
swing and
yeah.
roundabouts,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
but Congleton did impress me.
Yeah, and that's like you say, everyone could beat everyone in this league, but we need to be in that group of teams, aren't we?
Yeah.
That people fear, because early season, everyone wanted to come here, didn't they?
Well,
And pick up the
listen.
points.
I do think they fear us now. I mean, sometimes early on in the season, when we didn't play, teams were gagging for
They
players.
were,
You know, forget
yeah.
about fixturing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks further in season, when we had 3 days, nobody wanted players.
Yeah, yeah,
Nobody wanted
yeah.
players.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be. People should be scared of coming here, because you know, the last time we were in this league, we mauled, really mauled some teams, didn't we?
Well, yeah.
Happy days.
Happy days.
So we had. I wanted to talk about the evening we had here, the sponsors' evening that you missed out on. But Michael was talking, and what was really interesting was he was talking about he wanted to get as much quality on the pitch as he could, and talking about the budget of the team. Obviously, you've got a playing budget, and it's a bit like Football Manager, isn't it? You've got to decide where all that's going. And he talked about trying to get as much quality on the pitch as he possibly could do, just to impact impact games as much as is possible. Well, what he talked about was really interesting and really clever. Was he said, don't look at the league table. What they were focusing on was the form table. Get up in the form table, and the league table will look after itself. And I thought that was really astute.
Well, yeah, again, it was. I mean, the form table, I think, before the last 3 defeats, we were second, third, and fourth.
Yeah,
You know, and it is. I think, again, I'm not a manager, but I think they break things down into bite-sized parts of the season, don't they? You know, and I mean, up to three games ago. I mean,
we were flying.
Yeah.
So we have got now the festive period, and it is Christmas special. So
should I put me out?
yeah. And we've got the Christmas trees. Oh, this one's died. I did have. This was meant to be on. Maybe this battery's died. We'll see that when we walk.
Colza.
Well, that cable is frayed, which is totally par for the course, because some of my gear always breaks, or I forget it, or par for the course. So we've got Avro here on Saturday. Avro, we played first game of the season, didn't we?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, they won 1-0 late on with a penalty. Yeah, whether it were a penalty or not.
Yeah.
I think it could have been. They were common consent. They were by common consent. I think they deserved it. I thought we defended very well.
Yeah.
1-0, but they've gone on an absolute mega run recently.
Right.
Haven't they? I think they've won 5 or 6. I mean,
Okay.
if we had the form table up, I think they'd be up there.
Right.
So it's there's no easy games.
No, there isn't.
I mean, we could bore people. I probably bored people saying there's no easy games. So they come. It's the first ever visit to the Dreams to Reality Stadium.
Yeah. Should be a good one. So what I wanted to say was, it is a Christmas jumper day.
It's a Christmas jumper day,
Which I think Rob Clark's had some input into that, because he loves Christmas.
He loves Christmas jumpers.
He does.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried. Well, I might do, but I'll be up on the gantry, so I'll have that many coats on, you won't be able to see it.
Bah humbug. But yeah, I might have a Christmas T-shirt on. Yeah. And I might wear a hat anyway.
Yeah. Keep yourself warm.
But,
and there's a few other things going on, isn't there? We're doing a fundraiser for baby Heidi.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've raised about £320 for that anyway. But I mean,
Wow.
if you were in a Christmas jumper, if you want to make a donation, we'll have
brilliant.
some buckets going about. We can add to that total, and let's see if we can crack the £400 mark. Yeah,
brilliant. Because that's kind of what the club's about a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we move on. Boxing Day, we're at Clitheroe, which I'm looking forward to. A trip over there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got a couple of mini buses filled already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully we can take 40, 50 people there.
Happy memories of trips over there.
I mean, the last 2 seasons we did. I mean, me and my dad never actually saw us beat Clitheroe for 40 years.
Yes.
So, but I think we beat them last 2 or 3, maybe 4 times we've played them, which were never the case.
Yeah.
I don't think we beat them since 70s.
Have they still got Big Sefton up front?
Oh, I mean, he must be about 50, but he knows what onion bag is, don't he? He's
Doesn't
been
he?
going some years, yeah. So they're, I mean, they've got a new manager as well, haven't
Have
they?
they?
Yeah, they've got a new manager. So they'll be looking for a bit of a bounce. I think the first game in charge of the new manager had last week, they won. So, and
It'll be a lively crowd, so we need to...
very parochial.
Yeah,
very parochial up there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. We've got a mini bus going at 10:30 for some fans. There'll be those who want to drink early doors, and then some of us common sense folk are going about 12 o'clock. Well, yeah, we want as many down. I mean, we want as many down on Saturday for the Averroe game, and then let's get as many up there at Clitheroe as well.
Yeah, make some noise. And then we've got New Year's Day. What have we got on New Year's Day?
Oh, Wivenshaw amateurs at home,
yeah.
Wivenshaw, yeah. So we got our first point at season,
We
didn't
did,
we? Yeah,
we did.
A late Tom Dean header. So
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever played down here. So yeah, it's another new one, isn't it? You know,
I think at some point we maybe put out the footage of that Tom Dean goal, but it was it was. I think we'll get fined if we did.
No, well, far no. We'll just put out the goal. Yeah, I mean it was
cut. Marco never
yeah,
existed.
Yeah. Well, then again, let's have it right though. I mean, Marco never existed. You're allowed to celebrate a goal, but Edmondsfield made it 3-1. We had Father Christmas on pitch, didn't we? On Saturday. So hey, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not saying that with my secretary's hat on. But I'm not saying it's open season. But when we score for people, go on. But you know,
Gibbo got fined, didn't he? When he was,
but then sometimes when people have got eyes up their arse. So I mean, that's
it. They
people have got eyes up their arse, and you've got to make sure everybody toes the line. But Father Thurston, I mean, I spoke to the referee after the game. It's the first time he's ever had for usher a Father Christmas off. But yeah, I mean, why not celebrate? Yeah,
I'm all for it. So I think we're back on the podcast game. I think we're going to try and do one. I'll try and get Zach in, and if you want to jump in on it as well, after a few more games. And then we're gearing up, aren't we, to a sort of a push at the end of the season. Hopefully we've got something to play for.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 4 months of football, haven't we? I mean, I think we've played 20, is it 21? 22, so we've got 20. So I think we've got 10 home games, 10 away games. We're looking to finish up at either table as possible, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to say, isn't it? Well, you're always looking to finish as high up in the table as you can do, but we are looking up rather than down. Or certainly I am.
Yeah, I always say que sera, whatever will be, will be. But yeah, let's remain positive. You know, I mean, we know it's not going to be easy. The management know it's not going to be easy. The players know it's not going to be easy. The fans do as well. Let's get behind the lads and let's see what we can do in the next 20 games, second half of the season.
I totally agree. With that, I think we'll wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you down here on Saturday.
Merry, Happy Colsmas. Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Have a good one.